All right, good morning, you guys. Okay, so I really should schedule a time to go live whenever I go live, right? And keep it consistent, but I try to do it whenever something pops into my head because I feel like somebody probably needs to hear that. So today I've been thinking a lot about I had a podcast interview this morning and I also had a call with my mindset coach, and something that she said to me really struck me, and I just wanted to share that with you guys because lately I have really gained a deeper level of understanding as to why our mindset is so important in our businesses. And she had said something to the part where the investment that I just made into the mastermind that I just jumped in was at this level, right? And my mindset and what I've known and where I've been at and the frequency that I've been operating at is still down here. And the minute that you make the decision to up level your mindset, things will shift. But for me, I want you to really think about, are you still making decisions for your next level self from your current self, current circumstances mind? So let's think about investing in your next program, maybe hiring a coach, whatever it is. Maybe you're looking at a course and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't afford it. I can't do this. Well, what energy are you putting out there? I can't afford it. I can't do this. I'm not making money in my business is a big one that I hear. And it's like, but if you're not making money in your business and you keep telling yourself that and you keep believing that and you keep thinking that, well, your brain wants to prove you right. So it's going to keep that perpetual cycle going of you not making money in your business, right? And so when you are thinking about making a decision for your business, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to sit with that for a second. And I want you to really think about, what would the next version of me do? What would she decide? So for me, this is the mastermind I invested in, right? I'm not gonna lie, I was freaking the hell out. Pardon my French, but I was freaking out because it was a lot of money. It was more money than I've invested into a coach before. And it's a 6-month long thing. I was terrified, but I had to sit back and I had to say, okay, what would the next level of me do in this situation? She would look at that number and she would say, okay, how fast can I make a return on my investment? I'm in a 3x that. That is what the next level of you would say, right? So when you are thinking about investing in a program, investing in a coach, you've got to stop thinking about your current circumstances, your current mindset, and you have to decide, what would the next level of me do? Well, she would get the help that she needs because she knows that she's not going to get where she needs to be without it. So I really want you to start to embody that next version of you, that next level of you, that up-leveled frequency that you're striving for, right? You're wanting this goal up here, but your brain and your comfy zone are still down here. And they're saying, you can't do that. You can't make it there. Look how big of a jump that is. Well, what would the next level of you say? I can do that. I'm going to invest in this program because this program is going to get me there. This coach is going to get me there. This course is going to get me there. And I'm going to be real honest about courses. I'm not a huge one to buy courses that are self-paced, right? Yeah, sometimes they end up being on a lower price point. But again, think about the support that you need so you get to decide what you need, right? And so you could say, okay, I'm really good at doing courses, right? If you're really good at going through courses, then by all means, go through the course, write it on your calendar every single day that you're going to go through the module and that you're going to do the work. Get it on your calendar. But so I just want to talk about what would the next version of you do? Would she make that investment and then flip the script on that and say, okay, how fast can I make this investment back? Again, that's honing this whole belief in yourself that you can make it happen. So then I want you to look around for proof. Who are some other people that have invested in a coach, have invested in a course, have invested in maybe a group coaching program, whatever that is, and say, she did it, so can I. Why not you? And I think a lot of the things that we don't realize is the one thing holding us back is our mindset. And I'm starting to realize this at a much deeper level now as I'm starting to invest more and more into coaches, like terrifying amounts, right? You pull out that credit card, 15 months, no interest. And it's like, how fast can I pay this off? I'm not going to wait 15 months to pay that off. I'm going to pay that off within 6 months. So you have to like start thinking about that, because it's going to force you to step up to a new level. It's going to force you to really face, because when you make this investment, here's what I'm going to tell you. You're going to be really excited when you jump in, right? But then you're going to start to do the work, and then you're going to be like, oh, I don't know if this was the right fit for me. Oh, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I've never done this before. And I haven't been making money in my business. Like, how am I going to do this, right? Like, all those doubts and those fears are going to start to bubble up. And they bubble up at every level, believe me. So I invested in a coach a few months ago. Our contract is coming due, which is why I decided to invest in this mastermind. And I'm like, okay, this mastermind's like the last thing that I need to invest in for 6 months. And then I'm going to take a breather and I'm going to just lean into trusting myself. But investing in this mastermind, I can't even tell you how much shit this pulled out of me. Freaky. Like, my brain is freaking out. And it's like, you can't do that. You've never made that much money in this amount of time. Like, you've never done that. And it's freaking out. And I have to take a step back and I have to breathe. I'm committed, right? I'm in a contract. I'm committed. I don't want to say stuck. I don't think stuck, because I chose to be here. So I chose to jump in. Now I'm going to get the most that I can get out of this, because I know that my business can hit 6 figures within the next 6 to 12 months. Like, I know this. So you have to know it too. You have to know it, that you are going to dive in wholeheartedly, and that it's going to level you up, and that all these fears are going to bubble up. And so I just want to give you a little exercise as you're thinking about maybe investing, or if you've been looking at a coach, or if you're just tired of consuming free content. Free content is amazing, but it's not leveling up your frequency. You keep like just gorging yourself. I bet that looked lovely too. But you're just gorging yourself with all of this free content, but you have no skin in the game. You have nothing invested in that. So it's not causing your brain to step out of its comfort zone. It's not causing you to take those scary steps that you know you need to take, but you haven't yet. Because you have not invested in yourself. You have not told yourself, I am worthy of putting this money down on me, and I'm going to make that back 10 times over. So that is like the mindset shift, that when you finally spend that scary amount of money, that scary amount of money could be $300. It could be $500. Okay? It could be $7,000. Whatever that scary amount of money is for you, when you put that down on yourself and you make that decision right then, I'm going to do this and I'm going to make it happen, that's when you get that instant flip in your brain, that energy shift, that you know you're going to put in the work. You're going to do the scary things. You're going to get out of your uncomfy. You're going to realize you didn't die doing it, and you're going to make that money back. That money, that could possibly come around in a way that you never knew. So many of I want to talk about an experience that I had with like a client that I just signed on last month. Brought her on, right? 2 days later, I kid you not, she messages me and she's like, oh my gosh, somebody else just signed up for my program. You guys, it's an energy. It's a frequency that you're vibrating at. So if you keep telling yourself you're not making money, and you keep telling yourself that you don't know where to find clients, you're never going to find them. It's the mindset. You have to work on the mindset. Start asking yourself better questions. So when you spend that money, when you put that investment in on yourself, more than just time, skin in the game, you start to ask yourself better questions. You start to level yourself up. And that's when you start to truly grow. So I just want you to think about that for a minute. Think about, have you been the person consuming all the free content and you're still not getting where you want to go in your business? Think about that, right? It's a scary step to take. I know it is. I've invested in myself for the past 2 years now, and you'll never see me without a coach, to be honest. But you have to learn that you can do that. You have to understand why you're chasing your dream. And then you have to make the decision. And the moment you decide, that energy is going to flip. You're going to do the scary things that you haven't been wanting to do. You're playing small. You're hiding. It's time to stop hiding. Because if you want that business that you dream of having, if you want to quit your 9-to-5 job and work from home and have all that free time and be able to go on the vacations and buy that cabin that you've been dreaming of buying in the mountains and all the things, that's up to you. What work are you willing to put in? And if you're half-assing it right now, it's time to step up your game. It is time to step it up. Okay, that's all I have for you today. But I just wanted to talk about the mindset because, yeah, this week you'll probably know what I'm going through by just reading my captions and what I talk about. But I finally overcame that this week and just really stepped up my mindset in, okay, what would the next level of me do? Well, she's going to make that money back in a hurry. I am not going to lose that amount of money. I have skin in the game. I'm not going to lose it. I'm asking myself better questions. I've leveled up my mindset. I pulled up my frequency making that decision, and shit's going to start happening. So you decide what your next step is, what you need to do for your business, and what kind of life you want to live. And I also want you to write down, how have you been playing small? How have you been hiding? Have you been laying it all out on the table? Have you gone all in? Utilized every resource that you have to make it happen? Or are you just half-assing it because I don't have any skin in the game? I have nothing to lose. Think about that. I had to think about that real hard. So I want you to really think about that. And I will talk to you next time.